Hey guys, welcome to Moe's Kitchen. Today we're going to make spaghetti alioli. This is by far the most popular spaghetti or pasta type dish in Italy. It definitely beats tomato sauce, it beats fettuccine, it beats every single sauce by far. This also happens to be my personal favorite way to eat pasta. Let's get started. So over here I have about half a pound of mushrooms that I'm sauteing in salt and with some fresh ground black pepper. Half a pound is good for the recipe, but if you're like me, you'll do more than half a pound because you're going to eat some while you're cooking it. Okay, so now I've got about 1 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. Now, if they're dried, like mine are, then you want to do this step here. Put them in for about 30 seconds while it's on medium heat. Just give it a shake and toss. Now, if they're jarred, you can do it if you want to, but it's more optional when it's like that. Now, set those aside in the plate, maybe with a napkin underneath. Now, get your pan on medium heat just for a minute, and you want to just spread it around like that. Now, you can put it to medium-low or even a lower setting and toss in about 6 cloves of garlic. You want to cook them for maybe 4 to 6 minutes or until they take on just a little bit of color. Now if you want, you can throw them in raw. It's completely up to you for this recipe. But if you want to turn down the garlic just a little bit, then just get them cooked like this. I got 2 pinches of kosher salt and some fresh black pepper. Again, just stirring them occasionally until they just get a little darker. It turns down the heat a little. There, that's what we're looking for. Now you could do the mushrooms and everything all at the same time, but I just kind of prefer it this way. Also, make sure you're doing your pasta at the same time. They should be done about the same time. So set it aside on a napkin and a plate. Okay, I've got about 3 big pinches of kosher salt in my water. You want to use the biggest pan you have. It's better to use a tall pan that's narrow. If you don't have it, that's fine. Make sure it comes up to a boil. You have this on the highest setting for your pasta. Now you want the water to taste salty, but don't worry, your pasta won't. It's just kind of the way it works out to be. You're going to only absorb a little bit of that water. Okay, so here's a better angle. About half a pound of spaghetti. Now you want to kind of put it in like this all around it. Try to do a better job than I did. That's the idea. You don't want to just dump it in there. And do me a favor, make sure you have a set of tongs on you right away and just mix it around. The first 30 to 40 seconds is going to be important, otherwise a lot of them can't stick together. When you're doing this, also use a bigger tongs because mine was so small that I got close to the water. It did hurt just a little bit, but nothing I couldn't handle. I am pretty tough after all. Just keep going and going. Okay, with the magic of video editing, that was 30 seconds. Now you can let it relax for 2 or 3 minutes, but you want to stir occasionally, if not frequently, or else the pasta will all stick together, okay? You don't add oil to your pasta water. That doesn't really do anything for it, and it might make some stuff harder later to stick together. Just stir it occasionally, if not frequently. But if you have to leave for a minute or two, don't worry about it. Clamp on the lid just so it gets back to its rolling boil a lot faster, just for about 30 seconds or so. Then just get it off. Now, a lot of people cook their pasta so much, it gets very rubbery, it absorbs so much water, it's mushy, it's disgusting. How do you know when it's done? You could probably set a timer. For me, it usually takes 6 to 8 minutes, depending on how much I make. This one probably took me 7 minutes, but no, we're not going to time it because pasta is different every time, right? And we're not going to throw it against the wall. That's really lame. If it could stick, but it may be done, maybe underdone. How do you know when it is really done? You have to be happy with your pasta. Sure, it sticks to a counter or a board when you throw it at it. Does that make you happy? Probably not, because then you have to clean it up. Taste it. You want to have a little bit of chew to it, okay? That's how you know it's going to be good. To me, that's done. That's what we call al dente. Now you want to drain it. Okay guys, I know we're at the sink, but please don't wash your pasta. I know you saw your grandma do it, and your mom do it, and your Italian mom's grandma friend do it, or whoever. Listen, when you wash the pasta, all the starches go off, and it'll be impossible to hold on to proper flavor, okay? I'm going to explain some more stuff on the blog about when you should and when you shouldn't wash pasta. So you're going to toss it with your tongs. It'll also help it not stick. In this case, we're going to eat it all right away, so there's not really a need to wash it because it won't really stick anyways. Going to add a few pinches of kosher salt, a fresh black pepper, and I'm going to use some dry tarragon, a few pinches. If you don't have the fresh kind, you can use the dry kind. It's good. Not quite as good, but it'll do. There. Good, and add in just under a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Now I mix. There we go. Some of the olive oil is going to fall out, so we can just do it a little bit later. Okay, so you can do it in a bowl if you want to. There you go, same amount of olive oil. Dump it right in there. Get your tongs in place. Now I'm going to get some fresh salt, fresh black pepper. You also add in your dried tarragon. I got a little extra over here. And now remember everything you cooked up earlier, the mushrooms, the garlic, and the tomatoes? Here we go. Just dump it all in there. You can reheat them in a pan for 30 seconds if you want to, but I just did mine quickly, so it's fine. And again, now you just want to toss it with your tongs. Okay, just like that. And if you're impatient like I am, well then you can just probably get your bowl and just start flickering it up and down a few times. And that's it, our pasta is ready to serve. Now there's plenty of other dry herbs you can try. You can try adding fresh Asiago and all kinds of cheese or any kind of vegetable. It's all up to you. Hope you enjoyed this recipe guys. Give it a try, and as always, enjoy! Drop by my website sometime, guys. I have a lot more to show you. There's a lot more up there. Hope to see you there soon.